afternoon, guys, and happy Sunday to all of your sunshiny faces. It is just slightly afternoon. It is actually 12:10 right now. I already got back from the grocery store. I already got done shopping. I already got the the kitchen already cleaned up and the fridge all cleaned out and everything. Put all the groceries away, pretty much with the exception of there's a couple cans of things sitting here on the table right now, and I just have to go put those in the laundry room. And I got the dishes done already. I'm going to make my freezer meals real quick, only because, well, one of them, I think, maybe I'll do the pork chops too, but I'm doing chicken fajitas, and I already have everything pretty much all chopped up for it, so I just have to pretty much add everything to the bag with the exception of the onions, and I think I'm going to add extra bell peppers. I need to add those to the bags pretty much. It's all chopped up. I'm using the leftover bell peppers from last week that I already chopped up, and then I got new bell peppers for this week, so those ones will be for the snacks, and then the ones from last week I'm going to freeze in the freezer chicken fajitas. So that's my plan. And then I also got 2 packages of pork chops because I'm also going to do pork chop something. I don't remember what it even is, but yeah, I have to go figure out what I was planning on making for that. I don't even know if I actually wrote down what I'm planning on using the pork chops for. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Anyways, though, guys, but I thought I'd start the vlog early because I was up early this morning, like 8:10-ish, I think I was out of bed, and then we left to go to the grocery stores. Didn't take us too long. We got back at about like a little, like right around 11 o'clock, and then it took me just about an hour to get everything all taken care of, and now I'm just going to real quick at least do the chicken fajitas because there are, like I said, the ones I have chopped up from last week are taking up room in the fridge, so I want to get those out of the fridge so I can make room for the rest of the stuff. I finished up with the chicken fajitas, and I actually ended up making 3 bags. It calls for 2 or 3 chicken breasts each per each like bag or whatever, but because I was adding more bell peppers, if you guys can see in there, it actually only calls for 2 bell peppers. I ended up using probably about 5 green in total and about 2 or so red bell peppers, so in total that was like about 7 or so bell peppers, and so it actually evened out pretty nicely where I actually ended up having more of the bell peppers, so I don't need quite as much chicken breast. And it doesn't say per pound because these are larger chicken breasts too, so I don't really know what it called for, but I think 2 chicken breasts should be fine for fajitas each. So instead of doing what I was going to do, just 2 bags, I actually ended up having enough to make 3 bags in total. And then also 1 can of chicken broth is about about a cup and a half of chicken broth, so I used 1 can and was able to divide it evenly, about a half a cup each. So yep, and then just added some taco seasoning, a couple other seasonings, 1 small onion to each bag. So I'm gonna go get these out into the freezer, but the dinners for the week are pretty much done. I also got done the 2 teriyaki pork chops. That's what I had planned on making for this week. They had butterfly cut pork chops on sale for $1.99 a pound, and then I'm just gonna, like, once they're cooked or whatever, they should just fall apart pretty much, so the butterfly part shouldn't even matter in there. 3 of the like butterfly style, or 6 in total of the pork chops. I added soy sauce, chicken broth, some brown sugar, and then also minced garlic. I think that was pretty much it. So these ones were real fast, and I made 2 of them, and now I'm gonna go throw these out in the freezer. So the last 2, guys, and I am done with the freezer dinner meal prep stuff for the day. I made 2 lentil butternut squash curries, and these took me a little bit longer to do, only because of chopping up the butternut squash and everything like that. Took quite some time. It is just about 2 o'clock right now, and I'm actually going to just like chill for probably an hour or so and eat, because I had breakfast this morning and that's it. I haven't had lunch yet. So yeah, these I'm going to go get out to the freezer. They've got like lentils and butternut squash and some other assortment of things in here. There's carrots and onions, and it's got diced tomatoes and also coconut milk in there as well. And then I'm going to go put these out in the freezer. I have to add 4 cups of water for cooking. Other than that, they're done and can be thrown in the freezer. After I'm done actually eating and everything like that, then I'm going to chop up the vegetables, and then I should be actually pretty much done with all of my like prep for the week. So guys, I haven't talked to you at all since I made the freezer dinners earlier today, which is like what, 2 o'clock or something like that. And I feel very happy about what I was able to get done. Grandma already came over, and she ended up coming for dinner. She only was here for a little while, not really that long even. Mom had some stuff she had to go over with her, so that's why she actually came over for dinner tonight. Mom ended up making like some chicken, it was kind of like chicken cacciatore, I think that's what it's called. I have a freezer dinner of it too. It was like chicken something, like chicken pasta saucy stuff in there in the crock pot, and then she made like separate spaghetti noodles, and she also made like some brownies and stuff like that. So right now I'm watching the Bulls game. It's in the end of the fourth. It is such a close game, guys, and it's a pretty nice game right now. Actually, with the way the Bulls have been playing tonight, it's been pretty good. But I got yesterday's vlog edited. It's uploading right now. That vlog will be up on Monday night, so tomorrow night it will be up. I was working on some computer stuff. I told you guys too when I was eating earlier. I watched a little bit of YouTube or Netflix, I guess. I was watching The Office again as well. And I also, as I've been sitting here, we watched the Bulls. We watched the Hawks game earlier. They were winning, and then they ended up losing. The final score for the Hawks game ended up being 2-3, and we ended up losing. We were winning at one point. I think like it was like 2-1, and then we ended up losing 3-2. So yeah, and as I'm sitting here watching the Bulls game, it's a really close game. It keeps going back and forth. It's actually pretty close. I was editing the vlog, and then I was also planning on making my meal prep for the week for myself, and what I'm planning on doing. So like I told you guys too earlier, I ended up making like the butternut squash. And let me just like do a little disclaimer too for you guys, because I'm not sure if I really ever explained this. When I make freezer dinners, like the stuff that I buy for that week, like let's say the pork chops or whatever, we might not have that like this week for dinner, like Monday through Thursday, which is when I cook. We might have it next week. And whatever we have out in the freezer right now, it's most likely what I'm going to make for dinner tomorrow night. So this stuff that went out into the freezer this week, those dinners that I showed you earlier, what did I make, 7 dinners for this week, those are actually going to be for like future weeks. I most likely will not even make them for this week. I already have stuff that's out in the freezer, so it's not like we're eating the exact same thing, like chicken fajitas like all day this week or anything like that. If you guys follow my vlogs, you guys know I normally switch it up. I try and do like different type of meat or whatever, and you know, switch it up almost every single day. If it's pork chops one day, if it's chicken another day, or something else, I try and keep it very lively and not eating the exact same thing every single day. So I wanted to just let you guys know that. But I don't know if I ever like have explained it, or at least recently in a vlog, like and how I do my freezer dinners and stuff like that. But it helps so much too, because if I forget to make something one week, or if I forget we're going out for somebody's birthday, or we have plans to go somewhere, and then the stuff sits in the fridge, it won't go bad. I make this stuff normally when I buy it fresh at the grocery store. I might wait until like Tuesday or something like that to actually make the freezer dinners, but the stuff is not sitting in the fridge and will not go bad like in a whole week or anything like that. Like the chicken breast, if I forget to make one of the dinners for the chicken breast, then you know, it won't go bad. And on top of that too, it's so much easier in the morning. I run out to the freezer out in the garage normally while I'm taking the dogs out anyway, grab one of the freezer dinners, bring it back inside, throw it in the crock pot, and then it's ready for dinner. I don't have to do anything that day, and if I have a lot of stuff going on, it is so easy. So that is, I thought I'd just add that for you guys today. My little disclaimer on how I actually do my freezer dinners. I ended up making a meal prep. I'm gonna do meal prep and do everything like in Tupperware for myself for breakfast, lunch, and dinners. And then I also have like kind of, like I have snack ideas kind of too. And I also have like additional or alternative as well. So I will share that most likely with you guys tomorrow when I end up actually making it, but it took me a really long time because I was making my meal prep pretty much from scratch, just from random like recipes that I wanted to make for the week. Didn't have a plan going into it. I just know what I have now that we got back from the store and what I actually want to make for the week. So we'll see how well it ends up working out, guys. This is the first time I've ever tried meal prepping for myself, other than like freezer dinner things and stuff like that. I've never tried like a full like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, like meal prep kind of thing. So we'll see how it turns out, guys. But like I said, that will be in tomorrow's vlog. But there's under 2 minutes left in this Bulls game, guys, and I'm gonna get back to watching it because it is a good game. Bulls won. I can do my happy dance because they played well tonight, guys, and it was a fun game to watch. I am most likely gonna take a shower and head to bed. It is about 10:30. I was up early again today, guys. I think I told you like 8:10 or something like that this morning. I have a load of dishes that really need to get in the dishwasher, but I'll probably do that tomorrow, and I need to figure out too my meal prep for the week, guys, because this is gonna be fun. I'm super excited to do it. Like I said, I've made this whole thing from scratch pretty much on exactly what I want to do. I've just been finding random recipes, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make that, I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna make that. So yeah, we'll see. I kind of used to like they had, I think Beachbody had like a vegetarian meal prep. I pinned it on Pinterest, but I will maybe possibly, if I remember, link it below for you guys. I roughly kind of went off of that, like a couple things are similar and kind of like where they put food when and stuff like that. But for me, I'm not really a person that likes to eat, like I'll have like a meal or something like that, but I'm not really the type of person that likes to, I like to snack throughout the day. I don't like to just eat like breakfast, lunch, dinner kind of thing. So I'm kind of doing it based a little bit more around like snacking, I guess. I know people say snacking is actually healthy for you because it's, you know, you're not eating like a big meal and then it takes your body forever, you know, to like break down all of the food that you're eating and stuff like that, and eating like just little pieces throughout the day and little chunks throughout the day, I've heard is healthy for you, healthier for you, I guess. And two, it kind of helps you maintain so that your like, you know, blood sugar and stuff like that kind of stays at like a reasonable level and stuff like that, which can also be dangerous as well. You know, especially if you're eating like really big meal, you know, that's a lot of times if you're having especially a lot of carbs, you can get really like tired and lethargic and stuff like that, because I know I will do that. I'll be like, oh, I'll just have some chips or something, and I'll end up eating like a ton of stuff, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I can't even move anymore. And that's not good. So that's what I'm trying to avoid doing. But I'm trying to keep it more around like fruits and veggies and trying to do carbs here and there and things like that during like the meals, but I'm trying to keep it to also like snacks and things like that, and meals and like fruits and vegetable snacks, I guess, throughout the day. So we'll see how this turns out, guys. This is gonna be the first week that I do it, but I will let you guys know most likely in tomorrow's vlog. I'll do a video and everything like that on what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do it, and I'll show you guys too how I ended up organizing it out. But anyways though, guys, that will be in tomorrow's vlog. I'm just super excited about it and like excited to try it out, so that's why I just keep talking about it. So anyways though, guys, I will see you all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love it if you'd subscribe, and I'll talk to all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.